Estrella, but you can call me Mimi. If you're new, hi, welcome back. How are you guys? How are you doing? So I know that today's video is one of those videos that everybody used to make at the beginning of the YouTube era. That means like 2010, 2012. But I really felt that I needed to share these things with you for you to know me a little bit better, at least, okay? For you to understand me a little bit more in order to, I'm starting this new channel, let's say, not again, but with a new point of life. And one of the things that I really want to do, besides doing like travel videos, like a little bit professional travel videos, like few vlogs from time to time, I really also want to sit here and just talk with you about anything. I like travels, life experiences, whatever. And that's why I decided that this was, one of those videos to start that section a little bit. So yes, you can read on the title of this video. Today I'm gonna be sharing with you 10 things that you didn't know about me, that I have never shared with anybody. So exclusivity. Well, jokes aside, these are 10 things that made me be who I am right now, that created this persona, okay? So yeah, let's just start with the first curiosity. Okay, so I noted down curiosities from when I was younger to when I was older. I started swimming at the age of 3 months. My mother is so scared of water that she didn't want me to have that problem. So when I turned 3 months old, she took me to my very first swimming class. Okay, you take the babies and just pull them to the pool and they will just float. But yeah, my first contact with water was at the age of 3 months old. And since then, I love water. I feel that water is my element. Besides earth, water is my element. I love it. I love swimming. I love going to the beach. I love going to swimming pools. I love being in the water. It's my peaceful time. Another very strange curiosity is that I learned to read all by myself. I don't know at what age, but I was the first person in class to know how to read. And actually I used to be a fast reader, but well, the story behind this is that I was in the car with my parents and all of a sudden I read one of the most difficult words on earth, which is the name of my nearest town called Santurce. I'm gonna try to write here the name of the town. And you can try to pronounce it, Santurce. And my parents always tell me the story that I was in the car just looking outside and I was Santurce. I learned it all by myself. And a funny story is that as I was the first reader of my class, I was never asked to read because they knew that I knew how to read. So, teachers will always push my colleagues to read, so they made me stupid. Of course, I started pretending that I didn't know how to read. So, yeah, you know how this ended. Me being the idiot of the class, if you know what I mean, because the most that I said that I could read, the less they would ask me to read. So yeah, teachers back in the day, not my best experience ever with teachers. I've always had bad experiences with teachers. I've always been the creative person on the class, and that translated to the classroom is that I was the estranged person of the classroom. I've always loved, painting, creating things. When I was a kid, I remember that I used to live in my own creative mind. I think it was a way to escape from reality. So I created my own reality in my mind, so I will never pay attention in class. Not just because I got bored, but also because I was in my own world. And of course that made me the estranged person of my class. When you're a kid, of course they send you homeworks to do, and at least in my experience they used to leave us like the last 15 minutes or so to do those homework in class. I was always that person who had homework to do at home, because of course I was the kind of person, as I told you before, I was a creative person. So my notebooks were a piece of art, because every title, like I had like thousands of colors in my case, and I would paint the title in one color, I will mark it in another color. I really wanted to make a great writing. I was the slowest person on earth when it comes to do homework. So every day I will have homework to do at home, while my colleagues, my friends from school, they will be playing on the ground, and me, I will be at home. I changed a school 3 times. The first one, everything was fine in the first one, but at the age of 11, let's say, more or less, I got bullied by my classmates. Why? Because once again, I was the strange person, because when you're a kid, it's like, well, you're strange, but we accept you and all of that. But when we turned 11, people of my class, they started to be like little women, and having another priorities that I never felt and I never had. I was the person with a ribbon on her hair. I was super proud. I was like the posh girl of the class, and the other ones were more like, urbans and, those styles. So yeah, I got bullied when I was 11, so I had to change school. I was lucky enough that I told my parents what I was going through, so I thank myself for that. I changed the school for 1 year because I changed completely that year. I went from being the good girl to being the bad girl in the other school. I will do no homework. I wouldn't study at all. Everything I wanted to do was go out with my one and only friend. I was always surrounded by the bad guys of my class. I always wanted to make myself noticed in class. I actually only, approved? No, I only succeed in one assignment. I think you say succeed, like I only passed one assignment. The other ones I had a 0 on my notes. And that one was gymnastic or physical education, I don't know how you call it. And it's because of the one and only reason that one of the things that you had to do to pass the physical education was to swim. And as you know, I've been swimming since I was 3 months old. So of course I won, and they put me, I don't know, like a 5 or so. Here the highest note is a 10. It goes from 0 to 10, okay? So they put me a 5, so I passed that one, but the other ones I failed. So as my parents had to pay another 1 year, they decided that they would change me to another school here near my house. And I think that was the best decision ever, because that's when I focus my life in a way. As I said, I only passed one physical education, so yes, I had to repeat one course, and actually I am proud that I did it. You know, sometimes people is afraid to say, you know, I repeat one course, I don't want to repeat, oh my god, so I'm happy that I did it, because for me it was a changing moment. It was the first changing moment, not the moment, but one of them, like the very first one, you know, to change my mind. That it was the first time that I was talking about going to the university. It was, in my opinion, it's a proud moment that I repeated a course, and actually I met such beautiful people there that I don't have the contact. Well, actually I keep the contact of 2 of them, but not the rest. But yeah, it was nice. It was a nice experience. I have always been a very, very lonely person, probably because as I said, people treated me like I was the strange one. When I grew up, I started to keep things to myself and learning in a way that what I think is not the common things, you know? So I kept everything for myself. I felt that I was not a match for this society. So I've been always a very lonely person, and that led me to my next 2 curiosities. I never had true friends until I was 22. That's when I met my nowadays best friend. But until then, I never felt that I had true friends, the ones that you can count on. After that, of course, I've met people in my life, but never felt that connection, like a strong connection. Nowadays, I have 3 great friends that are here, that I love them so much. But until that age, I never felt that I fixed with anybody. So yeah, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it is what it is. And also because I was a very lonely person, that led me not liking going to parties or going to the discos, you know, when you are 18, 20, 22, like at that age, going to the disco it was not my thing. Actually, I hated going there. That's something that maybe for another video, because I have a few experiences there. That's probably gonna be for another video. But yeah, for this one, I always rather stay home, watching movies, watching TV shows, doing Crosspoint. I love Crosspoint. Oh, this is an extra one. I love Crosspoint. So I always rather stay here doing that instead of going outside on a big parties, you know. And it's until nowadays that I don't like going to those kind of parties. I mean, I don't know, maybe once or twice a year, but yeah, it's not really my thing. Okay, and the last curiosity about me is that in 2012, I think I was around 2021, I feel that was the moment when my life view changed, when I became a whole new person, when I, like, all the experiences before were like a small steps to lead me to that big moment that I'm gonna tell you in another video. Long story short, it was the first time that I traveled all by myself with no agency, like nothing, just all by myself. And I think that moment in my life was like the changing point of my whole life. That's when I started to make decisions that I keep nowadays. like life decisions, like the point of view to the life. I don't know, it was the changing moment of my life, and I don't regret any life experiences that I've had, any of them, not the bad ones, the worst ones, not the best ones. So I think all of them made me be who I am. I don't think, I know that they made me be who I am right now. They made me be where I am. So yeah, I'm proud of my life experiences, and I really hope that you enjoyed these 10 curiosities, these 10 things that you didn't know about me, to start from here, step by step, telling you stories, sharing trips with you, sharing vlogs with you, and so on and so on. I think this is like the start point of this channel, so I'm so proud, I'm so happy, and I really wish that you enjoyed this life trip with me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys. Do not forget to give a big thumbs up to this video if you liked it. I loved it. I would also like to invite you to subscribe to this channel and to click on the bell to notify you whenever I upload a new video. I love you, love you, love you. Love you guys, and see you soon on the next video, and a lot of great things are coming, so yeah, click on the bell.